Hello and welcome. I'm Sonia. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make an easy and delicious tiramisu. I know if you've been to an Italian restaurant, you probably ordered it for dessert thinking, this is so good. I bet it's super hard to make. But I'm here to show you how to make it, and I'm telling you, it's super easy. If I can make it, I know you can make it. Okay, let's get into it. You're going to need some heavy whipping cream. I'm going to be using some super cold whipping cream. You make sure it's super cold so that it will get nice and fluffy. We are going to use 1 cup, and don't leave it on the counter. At this point I left it on the counter, so the next time I use it, it was actually warm and it didn't work. I had to throw it away and then put it back in the refrigerator. So don't be me. Make sure that your whipping cream is super cold, and you just want to whip it till it's about fairly thick, about medium peaks, I would say. You're going to need 8 ounces of mascarpone cheese. You can pick it up anywhere. I just happened to pick it up at Trader Joe's because I was there, but any grocery store should have it. It's like the Swedish cheese. I don't even know why it's a cheese. I guess it is a cheese, but it tastes more like a dessert. Then you're going to need 1/3 cup of sugar, and we are also going to need I use some almond extract. You could also use vanilla if you didn't have almond, because I'm kind of going for an almond theme in this tiramisu. So we're doing 1 teaspoon of that, and then we are going to whip this all together and get it all blended up. That mascarpone cheese is super thick, so you really gotta work it and maybe use something to get everything off the sides. You're just going to try to blend it all together. Then you're going to take the whipping cream that we had already previously mixed, and we are going to blend these together and mix it up till it's nice and creamy, and this is going to make the filling in our tiramisu. And then what we are going to do is you are going to need about 1.5 cups of either some espresso or very strong coffee. I have a coffee maker that has like different settings. I love this cup. I had to show it to you. So you're going to need about 1.5 cups of either espresso or really strong coffee. You could probably just make some really strong coffee if you don't have an espresso maker. Like I said, I'm going for an almond theme in this one. So we are going to be using some amaretto liqueur. A lot of people use Kahlua. If that's what you have, you could do that. If you don't want to, you could just do an almond extract also in there. I wanted to show you, these are the ladyfingers that I'm using. You can buy any brand. They have them at most grocery stores nowadays. This one even says it's for tiramisu. All ladyfingers are for tiramisu. I guess you could just eat it plain, but why would you want to if you can make something so delicious as this? I actually tried my coffee amaretto mixture and decided it needed 1 more tablespoon. When I usually make this, I usually just kind of stick my finger in it and see how it tastes. Now you're going to take these ladyfingers and you are going to dunk them into that coffee amaretto mixture. Now I want to tell you, you need to just barely get them in, because if not, they will get super soggy and it will totally mess up your tiramisu, okay? I mean, just lightly put them in, because if not, it'll be like the worst tiramisu ever. I just lightly put them in. So now we're going to take about half of that mixture and we are going to spread it out onto your ladyfingers. You guys, this is such an easy recipe and it looks so beautiful once it's all plated. Next time you guys are making like an Italian feast or having company over, it's really just such a fun dessert and it tastes so good. And again, if you don't want to use alcohol, you could just use an extract. It doesn't really matter. I just happened to have that and I thought, let's go with like an almondy tiramisu, and it turned out really good. So this is our next layer of ladyfingers. You're stacking up on top of each other. You are going to use the entire package of ladyfingers. Then we are going to take the rest of our mixture, the next half of it, and just try to spread it out. I think this is like an 8x8. You could use an 8x8 or a 9x9. I think this was a 9x9, but I think in general I would have used 8x8, so it would have been a little bit closer together. I feel like there wasn't enough filling. So last time I'd made it an 8x8 and this time I did 9x9. So I decided to do another cup of whipped cream to put on top. And I kind of like this sometimes to put a little bit more on top. And I did also 1 tablespoon of sugar. I will have the recipe underneath the video for you guys. And then you are just going to whip it up. So I actually had to do this part twice because my whipped cream had heated up and I couldn't get it to get all frothy, and so I had to try again. And it's because I left it on my counter I cannot stress to you enough that when it is summer and your kitchen gets hot, you need to leave it in the refrigerator until the very last minute, or maybe even put it in a cup and put it in the freezer for just a minute. That whipping cream needs to be cold or it will not get nice and fluffy. Okay, after that little snafu, I want you all to remember, you need to keep your whipped cream cold. It's warmer in my kitchen than I'm used to. It's starting to actually like warm up here. So you need to make sure when you whip your whipped cream, if you want it to whip up, it needs to be cold. Keep it in your fridge. Don't leave it on your counter away from putting the other ingredients like I did. So we're gonna go ahead and put this tiramisu into the fridge. You wanna put it in for at least 4 hours, if not overnight. I'm probably gonna just do like a couple hours, go pick up my daughter. We're gonna serve it after dinner. We're gonna come back, I'm gonna put a little cocoa powder and show you what it's like. Okay, now this minute in the refrigerator, I'm gonna take some Hershey's cocoa. You can use any kind of cocoa you want to. Now I'll let you know, some people like to put their cocoa super heavy and some people like. I do a little napkin right there, so when you first put it into your sifter, it's not like just one big chunk on your cake. And I do a fairly light coating. Some people like it extremely heavy. I don't, because I think it makes your tiramisu a little bitter, but it really is up to you. Just do as much as you think you would like. Okay, let's give it a little try. It is looking good. I hope you guys try it. I know it looks like when you get at a restaurant, like, wow, what do they do? But let me tell you, it's easy. If I can do it, you can do it. So I hope you give it a try. I love cooking and trying new things. Learning new things. Being creative. Be creative in your kitchen. You ready? I love that. I didn't think I'd love it as much. Every time I have it, I'm like, wow, I forgot how good it was. This is really good. I hope you give it a try. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you follow for more fun recipes. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.